Hello friends, in this video today I'm going to be guiding you through the assignment today. You should have a packet in front of you that has a copy of the article that you see here on the screen, and then there is a second page with a worksheet that, like I said, I'm going to guide you through. I did want to give you a heads up here at the beginning that I am not giving you what to fill in the blanks today. Instead, I'm just going to be giving you some hints and tips and tricks to help you as you go through this. So if you have questions, just raise your hand, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you, but I am not going to be telling you the answers. We're going to start today by reading a short passage. It's the front page of your packet. It is titled 16 and 17-year-olds Deserve the Right to Vote. I would like to make sure that you are following along on your copy of the text as I read this with you. In the 1960s, the United States was at war in Vietnam. The country asked itself a question. If 18-year-old men can die in Vietnam, shouldn't they be allowed to vote? Today, we must ask ourselves about 16 and 17-year-olds. They contribute to society through work. Some face police, courts, and jails as adults. Shouldn't they have the right to vote? In the teen years, many begin to work. That means they pay taxes. They start driving cars. On the flip side, about 250,000 teens each year go through the court system as adults. All these teens should be able to vote. In some states, 16 and 17-year-olds can pre-register. This means that they can register before their 18th birthday. 14 states allow teens to pre-register at 16, and 9 states allow it for the 17-year-olds. Anaya Presley represents Massachusetts in Congress. She wanted to lower the voting age to 16. Her proposed law failed. It only got 126 votes. Voting is a habit. Let people start voting at a younger age. These 16 and 17-year-olds could go to the polls with their parents or other adults. It could begin a lifetime of voting. Lowering the voting age is a worthy goal. Let's do it. Other opinions. What do others say about giving teens the right to vote? Here are 3 other views. Number 1, teens don't know enough to vote. Teens are too emotional. Car rental agencies are right to make it hard for young drivers to rent a car. You have to be 25 to serve in Congress. Teens still have a lot to learn. They cannot be trusted to make decisions about the United States. Number 2, teens don't make bad choices any more than adults do. By 16, teens can make good decisions. They can gather information. They can weigh the pros and cons. They can look at the facts. They know to take time before reaching a decision. These are good skills for voting. Teenagers sometimes make bad choices. However, they do not make them any more often than adults do. Number 3, establish patterns for a lifetime. Voting for the first time at 16 is a good idea. This could set up a lifetime habit of voting. One objection is that teens will just vote like their parents. Studies show that people are always influenced by those around them. Teens might vote like their parents, but adults often vote like their spouses or neighbors. If it is easier for you, you are welcome to tear apart the 2 pages, the passage from the actual worksheet. The second page is where you're going to find your part of the assignment that you need to complete. I'm going to read the directions and we'll talk about this. It says read the prompt below as well as the provided passage and then write an introduction paragraph based on this prompt. When you are finished, bring your paper to Ms. Dangerfield to check. So once you have all the blanks filled in here, you are going to bring me your paper and I'm going to look over it. But I'll go ahead and remind you guys again, even though I already said this, if you have questions, feel free to come talk to me. Writing situation. Congress is considering a bill that would lower the voting age in America from 18 years old to 16 years old. Those in favor of this bill argue that voting at an early age will establish a lifetime habit of voting, while those against believe teenagers are too emotional and can't be trusted to make decisions about our country. Your Kentucky representatives would like to know your opinion about this topic. Should the voting age be lowered to 16? Write an essay in which you state your opinion on this topic. Use evidence from the provided text to support your ideas. So we are writing an introduction paragraph only based on this prompt. And there are three things that I'm looking for in your introduction paragraph. We have the hook, the background information, and the thesis statement. Let's talk about the hook first. It says hook. A great way to start your introduction is with a question. Finish the sentence that has been started for you. The starting point of the sentence says, should the voting age blank? And we are coming up with a question. And I'm going to point something out to you. If you pay attention to the prompt up at the top, you might find some of the information that you need to finish writing your paragraph. So if you look right here, there is actually a question that is embedded in the prompt that would work as an excellent thesis statement, or I'm sorry, as an excellent hook. So you may want to use this question or come up with one on your own, but I would like you to go ahead and pause the video and fill in the hook part of your introduction paragraph. After your hook, you're going to move on to background information. It tells us that this is where you tell your audience what you're writing about, and you're going to finish the sentences that have already been started for you. Take a look at what is underlined in the prompt to help you fill in the blanks. Members of Congress will soon vote on a bill that will blank. I'm going to underline some things for you again to help you with this part, and I'm going to use pink for the background information. Okay, so members of Congress will soon vote on a bill that will. If you look here in the first sentence of the writing situation, it actually gives you the answer. Lower the voting age in America from 18 years old to 16 years old. Go ahead and pause the video and finish the sentence there. Now we have to tell why some people think this is a good idea. And if we continue reading our writing situation, it tells us those in favor of this bill argue that voting at an early age will establish a lifetime habit of voting. That would be an excellent way to finish the rest of the sentence. Those in favor of this bill believe, and you'll copy the next part that's underlined in pink. You may want to go ahead and pause the video now to do that. The last part of our background information says those opposed argue. Again, we can go back to the prompt. It says while those against believe teenagers are too emotional and can't be trusted to make decisions about our country. That would be an excellent way to finish the sentence starter on the next page that says those opposed argue. You would copy that third part that I just underlined in pink for you. You may want to go ahead and pause the video and do that now. After your background information, you're going to get into your thesis statement. It says this is where you get to tell your opinion on this topic, so you're going to have to decide for yourself, do you think that the voting age should be lowered? And you have to give, here is the key word here, I'm going to use a different color, let's use yellow. You have to give 2 reasons why you think they should or should not. So I've started this for you, and you're going to be filling in the blanks. The voting age in the United States should/should not. You are going to circle should if you think that it should be lowered, or should not if you think it should stay at 18. Be lowered from 18 years old to 16 years old because blank and blank. So this is the part where I'm going to ask you to go back to the passage. Remember, this is the passage, and you're going to have to find 2 reasons why you think the voting age should or should not be lowered. And you're going to fill them in these blanks. Number 1 is going to go here, and number 2 is going to go after the word and. This is where I'm going to leave you with this today. You need to make sure you finish the thesis statement box on your own by going back to the text and finding 2 reasons to support your opinion. And once you have that done, you are going to bring me your paper because I would love to see your awesome work.